talking about coming to 155.
That makes sense. Give the chance third time from the some guy who come.
That would be a great fight.
That's the fight to make. Because you have a world champion versus a world champion.
I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say you beat small guy.
Yeah.
He's not your weight division. If I beat Tapura, it's gonna be same.
The same thing.
Everybody gonna talk same. But
Like, if anybody deserves a fight for the world title in the next weight class, it's you.
Let me explain exactly how I'm looking at this. The transcript is broken into 9 clearly defined video portions, each separated by visible divider lines. That means paragraph 1 through paragraph 9 must remain structurally intact in the final version. That framework cannot change. In terms of total volume, we're dealing with roughly 89 characters of material. So at an absolute bare minimum, the rewritten output has to reach around 7120 characters to satisfy that 80% benchmark. But realistically, I'm not aiming for the bare minimum. The goal is to expand this into the 10,000 to 11,500 character range. That means enhancing each individual section with engaging, high-energy YouTube-style commentary while preserving every critical detail and maintaining the original flow. Nothing gets cut structurally, everything stays aligned, but the delivery becomes bigger, sharper, and more immersive.
You knocked out Max Holloway. I mean, it's simple. You knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, one of the greatest of all time. It's simple. That's a no-brainer. That's the fight.
Hopefully.
The clip wastes no time diving straight into Islam Makhachev's strategic mindset regarding a potential clash with Ilia Topuria at 155 pounds. And honestly, the psychological layer here is incredibly compelling. Islam isn't just thinking one move ahead, he's planning entire sequences. He understands that criticism will surface no matter the outcome because he's already anticipating the storyline critics will push. That recurring smaller guy narrative, he sees it coming before it's even spoken. But what makes his approach so intriguing is that it extends beyond just Topuria. Think back to that White House appearance, especially the heated verbal moments involving Conor McGregor. Those exchanges showed that Islam is constantly aware of the spotlight and how narratives form around him. While he's preparing for a legitimate elite threat like Topuria, you can't help but wonder whether the chaos McGregor brings, and the astronomical payday tied to that fight, plays a quiet role in Islam's long-term strategy. Is that McGregor megafight lingering somewhere in his calculations, potentially turning every rivalry into something bigger? Because financially speaking, that's the kind of matchup that reshapes a career overnight.
Years old, I go with my brother to talk to my father, and we tell him like.
The segment lays out a powerful case for why a showdown between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev feels almost inevitable based purely on merit. The argument is extremely strong. By knocking out both Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski, 2 all-time greats, Topuria has constructed a resume that demands attention. This isn't hype-driven noise or social media campaigning. It's performance-based legitimacy. When you stop legends in definitive fashion, you earn your position the hard way. A fight like this represents the highest form of competitive authenticity within the UFC, skill versus skill, achievement versus achievement. It stands in contrast to spectacle-driven callouts often associated with McGregor's promotional brilliance. Here, it's about the true competitive heart of the lightweight division operating at maximum intensity. The UFC should make this fight happen because Topuria has dedicated his entire life to reaching this stage. And that kind of commitment deserves the ultimate opportunity.
We don't want to go to school anymore, but we really want to train. And we're gonna go like all day, every day into gym, and we're gonna train. And he told me like, if you're really gonna.
A brief yet emotionally charged clip begins to reveal the foundation of Ilia Topuria's relentless drive. When it's said that he's been grinding his entire life for this moment, that isn't exaggeration, it's fact. At just 15 years old, still practically a kid, he approached his father with a request that would permanently alter his future. He wanted to devote himself completely to martial arts. Think about the magnitude of that decision. While most teenagers are focused on school assignments or video games, he was making a choice that would define his identity. That early sacrifice explains the confidence and intensity we see in him today. His journey wasn't fueled by temporary fame or opportunistic comeback narratives. It was built on long-term commitment and real sacrifice. This isn't someone who stumbled into greatness. This is someone who selected that path deliberately while still figuring out who he was as a person.
And like you tell me, you have my approval.
Incredible portion, we hear the young Ilya and his brother directly asking their father to step away from conventional schooling and allow them to train full-time in the gym. Pause and absorb that. That level of commitment at such a young age is extraordinary. It wasn't an after-school activity, it was a complete lifestyle transformation. Most kids struggle to decide what they want for lunch, and here they were making career-defining commitments. That single-minded dedication to daily training, without the distractions of typical teenage life, formed the bedrock of the fighter Topuria would become. And that discipline carries a completely different tone compared to more flamboyant public figures who built brands through flash and verbal warfare. This represents traditional, relentless work ethic, the kind that forges durable champions capable of withstand. What a journey, and you were literally in the gym all day, every single day. This section perfectly illustrates the conditional green light given by Ilya's father, a permission built entirely on absolute dedication. It was essentially, if you're truly going to commit yourself fully to training, then you have my blessing, but you must live up to it. This wasn't simply approval to step away from school. It was the planting of a mindset rooted in total discipline that would shape Ilya's entire existence. The constant repetition of all day emphasizes the depth of immersion required. We're talking about sunrise to sunset, day after day, no shortcuts and no excuses. That firm but supportive backing, tied directly to unwavering commitment, became the cornerstone of Ilya's rise. It proves that his achievements aren't just about natural ability, though his talent is undeniable, but also about a powerful family belief system and shared conviction in his destiny. That foundational dedication defines Topuria's pursuit of Islam Makhachev's lightweight title, reflecting a mindset shaped by discipline rather than social media attention or fleeting fame. This is the kind of groundwork that forges authentic champions capable of enduring extreme pressure. This tip takes us back to Ilya Topuria's early development, spotlighting two major milestones that laid the platform for everything that followed. Becoming the first Georgian to receive a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt was an enormous accomplishment in the grappling community. On top of that, launching his professional career with 4 consecutive submission victories immediately grabbed attention. But here's the detail many overlook. He was working regular jobs during this time because he had to cover the costs of competitions himself. That changes the entire narrative. This wasn't a prodigy handed easy opportunities. This was someone grinding relentlessly, balancing employment with full-time training just to finance his dream. That early BJJ foundation combined with his initial professional dominance highlights not only a diverse skill set, but also a level of perseverance necessary to reach the UFC. It reflects a deep-rooted competitive hunger, clearly separating him from fighters who chase fast fame or receive chances based on popularity instead of earned results. Next moment marks Ilya Topuria's vital leap into the UFC, where his reputation as a finisher, armed with knockout power and 7 submission wins demonstrating a complete arsenal, finally commanded serious attention from the promotion. His debut, a unanimous decision victory over Yosef Zalal, was more than a statistic in the record books. It signaled the official launch of his run within the organization, alerting the division that a serious contender had entered the scene. That performance confirmed Topuria wasn't just a regional standout who dominated smaller circuits, but a legitimate threat capable of competing with top-tier talent. For Islam, this represents a challenger who climbed step by step through earned accomplishments, a genuine contender shaped by consistency and finishing instinct, far removed from attention-driven callouts or personality-fueled matchups designed purely for headlines rather than true competition. It also shows that the Topuria brothers together form a powerful presence in the sport, striving not just for individual glory, but to build a lasting family legacy. Their ambition goes beyond one championship pursuit, reinforcing that Ilya's mission to capture Islam's belt is part of something greater, a shared vision meant to leave a permanent imprint on MMA